shouldn't respect be in romance? Maybe that's why I'm still single. Remember we were doing
the crazy dance down the alley.
But
it was just
the very hot captain.
It was very hot captain.
Jesus, take the wheel. So I ended up going to Johns Hopkins. That program changed my life. We bought a being type A, people. Whoa. That is a big statement. I'm having a breakthrough here. Did you talk to my therapist before? Podcast purpose, I love my job. You treat any human being with respect. Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon.
Okay, now we're going to jump ahead. Thank you for sharing all of these stories
Please,
so far.
of course.
You go to Miami. You finish school. You tell them, put me in AP classes. Eventually they do.
Yeah, eventually.
You get an extra year tacked on to your high school years.
Mm-hmm.
You finally graduate from the public school. Did you find your friend groups? Did you date anyone in high school?
Well,
Were you like...
Not really, because it was such a change in life. Also, like living two lives at once, in sense of like my friends in Venezuela, I was still very, very close on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And I feel like I spent the first 2 years being like, what am I missing? Instead of like living there. Eventually, like I joined the soccer team in high school. Yeah, I went to summer camp. Yeah. Like the summer camp where I like grew up going, they opened in Florida. And so I would have like my friends from that group that I met there. It's not that I met them in Venezuela, but the majority was Venezuela.
Yeah.
So went to summer camp, went to soccer, just life in Miami. My mom made friends and I made friends with their friends and with their kids and like that. It was amazing because I was like, okay, there is life outside. Right?
Kind of very I keep wanting to say football is life.
Football is life. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see the new season.
I can't believe this is going to be a new season. It's been years.
I know, but it's about women. It's a women's team. What? Yeah, it's about a women's team in Kansas or wherever the character is from.
I had no idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, this is fascinating. I just got so much more excited.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Off
Back
subject.
to me. Back to me. Remember when I was nervous about talking about me?
It's different though. The schooling in the U.S. is not like you were saying earlier, which is you don't choose that specific. You were saying science or humanities.
Yes,
humanities
correct.
was what it was.
Yeah.
You don't do that. So, did you know what you wanted to do at this point?
Yes, actually,
Amazing.
Yeah, my grandfather on my mom's side that I never met, but he was an urban planner. He was a very good urban planner, and my grandma, she worked in affordable housing.
Okay,
so urban planning and cities and like that type of like engineering, I guess, and architecture was always very present in my life. And I always knew that I wanted to be either an architect or a civil engineer. So I knew I wanted to go through the sciences. And I mean, that's exactly what I did. But
at what age did you know that?
You know what? There's a funny story.
I love funny stories.
I feel like I have so many like side stories. It's crazy.
The person that walks in saying, my life is so boring. What are we going to talk about? 2 hours in.
This was actually, I think, a pivotal moment for my mom and my dad, as in, I think they got to know like how ambitious I was as an individual back then. Because I think I was like 12 when I just, things that as I was a child, I don't know. Like I was Googling what are the best engineering schools in the US or what are the top
12.
10, like top 10 universities in the United States.
Okay.
And it was like obviously like Harvard and Berkeley and Johns Hopkins and I don't know, in Princeton, insert the 10, right?
Yeah.
And I went to my mom with a Post-it and my dad and I was like, hey, so these are the top universities where I want to go and this is the tuition. So
you haven't changed. I love it.
Go.
You're like, well, this is where I want to go. So you better start saving.
You better start saving.
Because this is where I want to go.
Yeah.
And what did they say? What was their reaction?
My mom was just like, oh, wow, like that's amazing. Like, I don't even know, like the memory is so like now blurry, but they were just like, they never said it as like, oh, this little kid. They were actually like, wow, those are actually like great schools. Like, what do you want to do? Like, they encouraged it. I didn't even know that I wanted to study university in the US because the university in Venezuela was very good. Like, people would just go abroad for like English or yes, sometimes for a title, but like our university is very good. So I knew I wanted to do engineering. Then I finished high school, and this is part of the pivotal moment of staying for a year longer actually helped me. You didn't do the typical high school experience
or college.
Yes,
living vicariously through
the
all
college
of
life.
Yes, that's what I would. The college of life. Yes,
literally. But like, if you don't start taking like good classes in freshman year, you don't have a shot at the top 10 universities. You don't have a shot at some of the local universities. I learned about in my junior year, so second year in the US.
Did you start getting into all those AP, CP, what do you think call them, Cambridge classes? Did you get into all those?
Not really. Not until junior year. So not in
The junior
sophomore
year, though.
years,
But
yeah.
you did junior year. You did get into
I
them.
did.
Okay.
I did.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
some.
cut you off.
I had a mix of like honors, AP, and Cambridge.
Okay, so they were
So it
all,
wasn't a full.
but they were all elevated classes.
Yes, exactly. They gave me college credit. Obviously, when I started seeing like what you needed in the SAT, what you needed in the GPA, like all of the extracurriculars that you needed to qualify for these classes, I was like, this is not in the cards for me.
Yeah.
But then I learned,
you didn't have the time, basically.
Yeah. And then I learned about Miami-Dade College, like the community college at Miami.
Yeah.
And they had an honors program. And that program changed my life, changed the trajectory of my life. I'm very conscious about it. It is a program that is made for the people that like don't have the curriculum or the perfect application to go to these schools, but that they have the ambition. So it's a lot of people that they went through as a teenager, it's a lot of pressure for you to be like, so you need to enjoy life, but also study, do this, do all of these extracurriculars, volunteering hours, all of this, so you can go to
the pressure is insane.
School.
Yeah.
The pressure is insane. It's honestly unfair for you.
Yeah, agreed.
But the honors college was like, you apply and they would interview you and you would have to go and prepare. And it wasn't about like what you didn't do in high school. It was more about where do you want to be? Because we're going to prepare you for that. But we want to know that you have it in you.
What a great schooling system.
You have no idea. Like to this day, I go back, whenever I go back to Miami or I'm engaged in the alumni network, I talk about it. Like I say the name of the college because I'm like, more people need to leverage. And just like the honors college there's colleges, like community college. It's a great concept for people that cannot afford it, that don't have, that cannot afford like a top school, that don't have the same opportunities as other people.
Yeah.
And they literally, it's like a trampoline, like what's it called?
A trampoline?
Yeah, a trampoline.
Yeah.
Help the trajectory because I completed the 2 years. They had study abroad. I went to Salzburg for something. They take people to Washington, D.C. to be a week in Congress with people. Like they focus so much in developing you as an individual. Public speaking classes, like, yeah, like forget about what you had in high school.
Yeah.
You're forming the person that you're going to be in your future. And it's a 2-year program. It's like they say it, like you're going to transfer out.
To wherever you want, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 2 years and you're out. And they don't only help you with like that. They help you with like access to scholarships.
Yeah.
Like, they tell you like, hey, like as you know, like my family and I, we pretty much lost like the access to being able to afford university. I applied to a scholarship that it's called Jack and Cook Foundation, where they provide like enough funding for people to go to school as transfer students or from when you're in high school. There have several like layers of it. And I applied as a transfer student and I got it. I was like, okay, now what I thought were limited options to going to universities in Florida, now it was like I was picking between like UNC Chapel Hill or like
all because
University
of this
of Michigan or University of California at Berkeley. Like what am I gonna do? Because it really does open up. I remember when I got the letter that I got it. That's also another moment of my life that you know when you have those moments that you're seeing from afar?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember opening the letter and just screaming, and my mom and my dad and my dog, like my sister too. Like I was like, I got it. Because like now this is reality. And so I ended up going to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore.
I never knew this.
Yeah.
We never talked about where you went to school.
No. So I ended up going to Johns Hopkins, and my mom reminded me of that story in my graduation day. And she was like, do you remember the Post-it? Because Hopkins was there.
On the Post-it.
Hopkins was on the Post-it.
She just gave me chills.
I don't remember, like I remember putting the top 10 schools, right? But I don't talk about manifesting or visualizing.
Yes, vision board.
But I didn't even know. And I was like, leaving my country was so painful. And for my parents, it was so hard. But every time we talk about it, they both say it, like it was worth it. Because now my sister and I, like my sister also went to the same program. She went a full ride to University of Miami. She's an amazing, like prepared professional individual. And I like to think I am too.
Yes, you are. You're just not able to give yourself that
therapy.
Yes, I'll give it for you. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Above and beyond.
Yeah. But so I was able to graduate and do my master's, like no student debt. Thank God. Like,
So it was a full scholarship.
It was
too,
a full scholarship
to Johns Hopkins.
to Johns Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Johns
Johns
Hopkins.
There's the S. I'm like, there's another S.
They
I'm
have a
putting
whole campaign that they call it like embrace the S.
Because
because
it is. I was struggling just now.
everybody calls it John Hopkins, so they wash our brains on orientation.
Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins.
That's.
yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm missing an S, then I'm putting the S in the
it's
wrong
fine.
place.
It's
So I was
fine.
embracing the S, just in the wrong area.
Exactly.
I said the S's.
There you go.
Okay. Johns Hopkins. So
Yes.
you got full scholarship.
I got full scholarship.
Now,
and
was that only 2 years left then? Because you were a transfer, right?
Yeah, so actually I had to do 3 years.
Oh, geez. Why? Why you always having to do an extra
Because
year?
when you do like community college, there's some credits when you transfer
that don't,
they don't
yes,
count.
yes, yeah.
So now I was 2 years behind, and I do virgolette, quotations. I do quotation. I didn't even say it in Spanish. It was in Italian. I don't know. Comillas.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Anyway, so quotation marks because it didn't actually delay me in life. Those 2 years actually gave me I needed to grow to be able to get the opportunity to go to the honors college.
Yeah.
Staying in Hopkins for that extra year gave me the possibility of getting into the Center of Leadership Education in my university because that's where I wanted to do my master's. And so I decided to do my master's there in management, and it's like an MBA with a technical concentration, engineering management. And like I did it also with the scholarship. And then that gave me the opportunity to then see, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
If I look back at the 15-year-old, I'm like, I know it's so frustrating. I know it's so painful, but it's going to pay off. I don't know where I would be now if my parents hadn't made that decision or hadn't been forced to leave.
Yeah.
And so now I look back and I'm like, wow. And so those 2 years in community college is when I would say that I actually like started enjoying life. Like started like having a university group of friends. Like I was already with my summer camp friends and my friends from high school. It was fine.
Yeah.
But I think during community college is when I felt at home.
Yeah.
And mind you, I was like working. Because I had to work to be able to like help my parents out.
Yeah.
Or to have my own money. So I was working. I was a full-time student. Like I was like doing like volunteering to be able to apply to another university. So it was a lot. In the day by day, we also had so much fun with my friends. Like we would go on weekend trips and we would like enjoy when we were like doing study abroad. It was fantastic. Like the honors college it gave me a lot of my friends that I have today, that are my close friends.
Which is beautiful.
Yes. And they are from everywhere, like Cuban and actual like native from Miami.
Yeah.
And so Colombia and so many of the Latin American countries that live in Miami, because Miami is also a pot, like a melting pot with
of a lot of different cultures. Yeah.
Yes. And so it's just beautiful. Yeah.
I had no idea you went to Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
So you did your master's, that you did your undergrad there. You had that extra year of your undergrad, and then you did your master's there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so your master's is what was the official title you said?
It's engineering management.
I also want to say too, it's interesting to hear that like those extra years you got, I'm assuming when you heard, I have to stay an extra year in high school and I have to stay an extra year in my undergrad.
I was devastated.
Looking back at it now, those were you needed those years.
Yes.
You can't imagine without those extra years what it would have been like.
Yep. Absolutely. Because
I wanted to clarify. I was like, I know going through it, you must have been so annoyed.
No, it was horrifying. Like more so, I think the high school part of it, of like my friends in Venezuela are gonna graduate before me, and I'm got held back. I sometimes like I don't go back to my high school anymore.
Yeah.
But when my sister used to be still in high school, that I would pick her up, I would run into the counselor, and I was already in college or
the counselor that you
university.
told I need AP classes.
Yes, and she was like, how is that going on for you? And I was like, you were right. Like it ended up being fine. Maybe it would have been a different story if they had given me everything I wanted.
Yeah.
But everything got sorted and everything was fine now.
So you got this degree in engineering management.
Yeah. Civil engineering, my degree, and then engineering management, my master's. Yeah.
And where did you go from there? Then did it get scary? Then was it like, oh geez, now I have to get the job?
Well, yeah, thankfully I got a job before graduating.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
I interviewed. It was like they flew me, not flew me, they like trained me to DC where I got my interview for. It's a grueling interview because it's like in the consulting industry, you have to do a business case. Have you ever heard of those viral things that are like, oh, how many ping pong balls can you fit on an airplane? That's an actual like scenario that they give you. And what you need
so how many ping pong balls can you hit in an airplane?
That wasn't the question that I answered. But the way that their interview is like how you think. So you're supposed to tell them like, well, if it's a 747, it's around this big. And then one ping pong ball is like this big. And then if you multiply, blah, blah, blah. You're supposed to tell them, even if you get the number wrong, they're just trying to think how you see how you think.
Do you remember what the question was?
It was about transportation. So it's about training. It was about a city that's trying to determine if they can increase service during the nights and have like 24-hour trains. So you had to analyze how much money, how much revenue the train agency would get.
Okay.
And so
for running at night.
For running at night. So it's like you need to say like, okay, how many people are in this city at this amount? And then you multiply it about how much money. It's a lot of mental math, no calculators. So like I had to be on top of my game, being like fractions and numbers and decimals. It was some point where I couldn't divide 100 divided by 10. That's
listen, under that stress and that anxiety, like, yes, it's funny though that it's the simplest one. You probably
I remember having, I had the block here, the block here that was full of notes. I remember that I was here in this part of the paper.
So I'm going to visualize it. So it's a block because this is also for people that aren't seeing this. So it says, yes. So like a square on the, and you were in the tiny little corner.
Exactly. I had the paper was full of notes. And then on the lower right angle of the paper.
So this is like paper you brought into the interview.
No, they gave you a block of notes. And it's like, you take notes
here. So this isn't verbal. This isn't verbal. This is you writing things down, explaining. Like, were you verbalizing what you were going to do? Okay.
So you were interviewing me.
Yes.
And you were giving me all of the information.
And you were writing it down.
And I was writing it down and telling you, well, what I think of going is this way.
You're not saying it out loud.
I am.
At the same time as writing it.
Yes.
Got it. And at the very tiny corner of this paper.
I was dividing 100 over 10.
Yes.
And I couldn't. Like, I was just like...
You froze.
I froze. But I think the thing that saved me is that I told him, like, I know this is easy. I'm just so nervous for this interview that I can't make the number math. Like, I can't make the math. And I know 100 divided by 10, it's easy. Like,
I can't make the number math.
Exactly. And I think that's what saved my interview today.
Is you were just honest.
Yeah, I was just honest. Like, so they know. Like, when I was hired and everything, I became like the recruiting manager for our department. And I was interviewing like 50 people. And I was like, these are just kids, not kids, but like young adults that they're coming in nervous. Like, and I would tell everybody that's interviewing, like, be nice. Nobody wasn't nice to me. That company, honestly, like I still work there to this day.
That's the same company?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Sorry, we'll get to that.
And so they like, everybody was so nice because everybody knows that it's so hard. Because it's not only the business case. It's a business case. Then you have to write a memo. And then you have to do an Excel, like a worksheet, like calculations.
Spreadsheets. So many spreadsheets.
Yeah, spreadsheets. And then a behavioral interview, which is like, just talk to us about you.
That's exhausting.
It is.
And I like that they end it with the behavioral part.
And then you have to study. And then you have to study, obviously, before for it, because you don't know what questions they're going to give you.
But that's also where, as I said at the beginning of this, like, you're a very compassionate person. Like, you're very much, you understand, and maybe because your entire life and what you've been through, but you understand nothing is as simple as it seems. Everything is nuanced.
Yeah.
So the fact that they put you in charge of kind of the recruiting process after that makes sense because you're extremely passionate. You understand, you're empathetic to the fact that these kids or young adults are coming in the room basically scared shitless.
Yeah.
And trying to impress you, afraid they're going to screw up. They most likely will about something. Something will go wrong.
Yeah.
But you understood that, not just because you went through it, but because you're a compassionate person. I just wanted to point that out.
No, I appreciate that because it's true. And it's something that I think, I don't know when I learned this in my growing up. Obviously, you have to respect your elders and respect people of authority. But to me, nobody's above anyone else. So if I'm sitting against the president of a company, I'm going to treat them as a human being. You treat any human being with respect, with curiosity. It doesn't matter if someone's like what people perceive as like above or below you.
Yep.
Like I'll say it in corporate. Like if you're dealing with an intern or if you're dealing with a director, those are two individuals that you don't know what they have gone through, or maybe like, because it has happened to me with a lot of like my friends that they were doctors in Venezuela. They were like very good doctors, and then they have to go back and do their intern year here again. You know how much knowledge those people have?
Yeah, and how hard that has to be. Not, I don't want to use the word ego, but how hard of a hit that has to be.
Absolutely ego.
Because ego is it's got such a negative connotation. But
guess, yeah.
How much of a hit to your ego? Like you're basically having to step back and be like, I know all these things, but now I'm having to go back to square one.
Yep.
That's hard mentally.
But so it's that, right? It's like you sit across from someone and nobody's above or below anyone else. You need to treat them with respect, with curiosity, and just go from there.
But Valentina, this goes back to you as a young little child, authority figures telling you what to do, and your curiosity going, give me a reason. And it's interesting that it stems and it evolves and it changes throughout your life, but it turns into, I'm this person that treats everyone as equals from a place of curiosity, but respect of everyone, every individual, regardless of your position, your place, your ethnicity, your sex, your religion. I come from a place of curiosity. Not you, me, you, but it sounds like you've been the same person and you've just evolved.
I'm having a breakthrough here. Did you talk to my therapist before? Like,
we had a little chit chat.
Oh my God. No, it's so true. It's wow.
It's just, I get to sit. I mean, it's one of the things I find so beautiful about this, and I'm feeling so fulfilled by doing these conversations, is I'm able to sit here and listen to a conversation in as linear of a form as you can. From start to finish, this is your life story. And so I'm able to give perspective of like, okay, this is what I'm hearing you say. And I'm loving that. I'm just getting giddy because I'm loving that. I've been able to do that for a lot of people.
No, that is amazing because actually like I'm almost like, let me sit in the corner because you're learning so much from all of your friends that like in your interactions, unless you have like a one-on-one with a lot of people for a lot of time, like you don't get to this level.
No. Yeah. And it's been so rewarding and fulfilling. Do it. Everybody start a podcast. Get out there and talk to people. But people can listen to it and then hear about that too. Because I think people listening to your story they'll pick up the same things I'm picking up on. It's just you can't hear them because you're in it.
Wow. Yeah.
So going back to your story though, it's 100% that curiosity and that compassion you've always had, and it's always been a part of you. So you graduated, you started working for that company.
I graduated in June 2020.
Oh, no.
So my last semester of my master's was
pandemic.
We actually like one of my best friends from school and we took a picture the day we were waiting to hear from the university that we had to like go home.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me the other day because it's almost 3 days from today.
I know everyone's talking about it. They're like, it's almost been
exactly
6 years.
Crazy. Which actually, like, I think it was March 7th that we took that picture or something.
I think Oh no, I just remember the day that production shut down was March 12th.
Because you were in station.
I was in station, but Grey's we were sister shows, and so Grey's shut down March 12th. But the world, I think, officially shut down. Like, what was it, March
15th?
The 15th. It was a couple days later. But productions had to, like, it was anybody, film crews or work settings that were more than 50 people, I think, had to shut down. And so they had to shut down.
How long did you shut down for?
Crazy enough, Station 19, our wrap date happened the week before. So we wrapped our season.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you were sitting around waiting to find out if you had to go back home. You did.
I did. I went back to Miami. Pandemic happened to everybody, obviously. I graduated virtually, everything, but I always had...
Is that sad? In the moment. I mean, I know probably in hindsight it doesn't seem like, but in the moment were you sad about that?
Yes and no, because I had the year before I had graduated. I had my big graduation from my undergrad.
Okay.
So
master's is never as big of a celebration as undergrad is anyways.
But my master's is also pivotal for me in my life. Like that program I still talk to every day. They're amazing. They're kind of like this cohort based. So it's almost like we were honestly like a very tight knit group.
Yeah.
I met one of my best friends there that she's like a big sister to me now. She's also Venezuelan, coincidentally. But yeah, so
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you guys are spread all over the world.
I was like, you met the one's Venezuelan. You're like, yes.
Well, no, actually, our director of the masters before
is also Venezuelan.
No. But before I even like thought of doing the masters, she knew me from the classes I was taking, and she was like, "We have a Venezuelan like person that wants to join. Can you convince her?" And I was like, yes. So I remember that I called her, and I know that, please keep the point because this is going to be a short story. I don't know what I was talking about.
I will. Oh, I got it. Yes.
Yeah. I remember we talked the first time and she sent me this email like, "Hello, Valentina. My name is Luisa, and I would love to like get on a call with you and discuss the opportunities of Johns Hopkins, blah, blah, blah. Here's my cell phone, whatever." And I reply, I'm like, "Just text me." And she was like, she tells me now that she saw my response and she was like, "Who is this person? Like, this is..." Like, she didn't know me. And so I remember I answered and I was in the treadmill running and I was just like, "Just text me." And then long story short, like I met her, like we called, we talked. She was going to live with someone else. I was already living by myself. We ended up having to be roommates.
Yeah.
But I remember that we said like, we should talk and see if we like each other first. Like, because living with someone is a commitment.
Your parents did it before they were married.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is true. That is true. Crazy.
Yeah.
So then I call her and I'm like, hey, we can talk for like half an hour and then whatever. We ended up talking for 2 hours and a half. We just kept like
Talking.
And we're like, okay, this is gonna be great. And to this day, like I said, it's like she's like my big sister. But anyway, so I graduated in the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was scared because all of these jobs, companies were taking like action of being like, okay, we're pausing our hiring pool.
Yeah.
All of the incoming like entry level employees are gonna be paused, whatever. So it was 2 months of being very stressful, of like seeing, am I gonna have a job or not?
Yeah.
Thankfully I did. I started my job consulting. I guess I still do. I do consulting in the transportation industry, anything with trains, wheels, and automobiles. It's that. So I started specializing in public transportation, like train, commuter rail, bus, etc. And now I'm here in LA.
It's so interesting though. Like, what is that consulting? Just so I understand. Like, you're consulting about what? Like, basically.
Oh, that is true. I guess. Yeah.
No, but I just never understand. But it helps that I'm not somebody who did the whole education route, because it makes me go, what does that mean?
Yeah, because I guess I always say, yeah, to me, it's like such a...
Because I'm sure in education, like people know, like, okay, if you're consulting, I know you're consulting about what your knowledge is, I'm assuming on the matter of engineering. But what exactly are you, like, when you're having these conversations with people, like, what are they coming to you for exactly?
Yeah. So it depends on what type of consulting you do in our company. I started doing like organizational strategy.
Okay.
So when a big public agency, private agency, like a transportation or infrastructure client, they want to make a big change in their company, or they want to add a new service, they want to reorganize internally, they're having money issues. They come to us essentially with a scope, but like what they need help with, and it's okay. Essentially, it always starts with a question, right? Like, how do we make more money? How do we satisfy our customers? How are we more efficient with our personnel? So I would go in and you try to understand the industry as a whole, or the company. You interview people, you see what are the processes, what do they want to achieve, and then you like go from there.
Got
and
it.
Provide consulting services.
It's like it's problem solving though. It sounds
It
like
has
too.
a lot of problems. It's a long story. Yeah, exactly.
No, that was like I was like, okay, so you're based on the knowledge and the schooling that you got, you're able to basically what you did in that interview, which is problem solve their situation.
Yes.
How do you fit those ping pong balls into
an airplane?
Yeah. And you're basically able to, the companies come to you as an expert in their field and go, how do we fix these problems?
Yes.
That's great. You're a problem solver.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I knew this, I'll be calling you for more things now.
No, absolutely, please. And I'm actually doing my the certification that
you're going through right now. Yeah.
It's a lot of like, how do you deal with this and that? And it's so many like options, but it's like with the years you start learning and you start seeing how people react and how like society or like different communities react.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating. It's never a dull day, for sure, as you know.
It's kind of a muscle, and you're kind of always having to strengthen it, but also growing it a lot, it sounds like. Because the more problem solving you do in the different situations that you put yourself in, the more knowledge you have.
Yeah, and every day the problems get bigger.
That all of a sudden you switched into like, yes, and I'm very tired, I'm exhausted, and I don't want to deal with it right now. Like it came across to your face.
For podcast purposes, I love my job.
No, but it's that one element of like your whole history, your whole life. It's like all the exciting story, the emotional roller coaster, and then now you're like,
is problem solving.
Like, oh my God, my work now, I love it.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I know you love it. You're very passionate about it. You're very good at it. I see how hard you work. You are extremely hard worker. I think that's like present day. I will say, I'll touch base on like, we went on a little vacation together, and traveling with you was so much fun.
Was it?
Yes. So as people like to say like, okay, add little, like I've been getting this note, is like add little tidbits of like your life and how you know this person. And
that's right, because it's been all about me and my story.
No, and I prefer that. But then I like to also add in, and then I'll finish it with where you see yourself and what you want your future to look like, and advice you have for anyone out there that might be like you in your situation. So basically you had a wedding in, where was the wedding? Madrid. And so, but we were like, let's all meet up. I was in Europe, and we're like, let's do a girls trip. You're with Kendall. I was with Macy, or Macy met us out there. We're like, let's do a girls trip in Spain. You have all these friends. You knew all the pit stops. You knew where to go. You planned the whole itinerary, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Talk about going back to you saying like, I want that group of friends that like you can do things with, and like it felt like we were that for the first time probably in my life. It was like a core group of 4 women from literally all different parts of the world. Kind of. Well, you're the only one that was international. The rest of us are all American.
But I mean, Kendall's from Texas. Macy has a whole life that's different from what you do. Like, I'm me. So, like, it was
very, very diverse group of 4 girls. And it was so much fun. From the random dinner on that side alley to you singing a Venezuelan song with the guy at the guitar.
Remember?
Yes.
That is true. That was our first night. That we started.
We started strong.
Yeah, we did.
But to like, going out on paddle boards, which you didn't do with us, at the kayaks, you're like,
I'm scared of shortfalls.
No, I get it. Of shortfalls. You're scared of shortfalls?
Yes.
I don't think you ever told me that. I just knew that you were like, no, I'm not going with you guys. I'm good.
So it's funny because like my friends, people make fun of me because I'm not scared of like roller coasters or like falling from like diving into somewhere. I am scared of like
falling off the chair.
I think it's balance. Like that like thing of like balance. Like if you're skateboarding, surfing, skiing, like that loss of balance terrifies me.
That's so crazy.
Terrifies me.
Something must have happened when you were younger.
Well, that trauma I haven't unlocked. Because
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
Something
I
happened.
don't know because it's it's truly like traumatizing. What's the one in the skiing? No, but like
water skiing.
No. Oh.
I can't tell. Do it with your hands again. Let me see.
In the ice rink. Hockey. Ice skating. Okay, ice skating.
Yes.
Ice skating terrifies me.
Also, ice skating is terrifying. Like when you fall ice skating, it hurts.
Yeah.
And you're going fast.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just like you're going faster.
Well, you go fast. I don't know how to. I'm holding to the rail and I'm just like one step in, like no fall.
But that's so I've never heard it verbalized that way. Is you're afraid of small falls.
So that's why I didn't go paddleboarding.
But we had
you ended up going on kayak. No?
We did the kayak because the paddle boards, it was too windy. We couldn't get anywhere. We just kept paddling and going nowhere.
Exactly.
So we're like, we need kayaks. But it was such an amazing trip. We had so many good memories. We had so many good food. We had so many laughs.
What was your favorite part about the trip? I have this thing with my family and friends at this point that we call it like this,
sweet and savory?
Yes and no. We call it the sweet and something else.
They're not so sweet.
They're not so sweet.
What do you call it? Is there a Venezuelan word for it?
We call it, no, I call it salad because in summer camp, kids didn't used to like salad. So I would ask them at the end of the day, like, what's your sweet and what's your salad? Like, what was the best part of the day?
Stop it.
Yeah. It's called chocochita y ensalada. Chocochita is like a Venezuelan cookie. Yeah. And so every trip that I make with my family, at the end of the day, we do like, what's your sweet and what's your not so sweet? So it was, what was your highlight of the trip or your highlight of the day and your low light?
Basically this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Except savory is also nice.
Savory, yes. But the sweet and savory of life.
Exactly.
It's hard to pinpoint. I think like the things that like I cherish the most, like us all sleeping on the beach that last day. Like, I don't know why.
Okay.
The first night talking to the guy and the guitar is a big one. Like, sitting around, and that was the first
we
night
were about to go skydiving.
We were.
Remember?
We almost did.
We almost did.
I don't actually know why we didn't. But that man was like, let's go. I skydive. I'm a professional skydiver. And all of us, I think, we got, like, the alcohol. Because what were we drinking? Sangria?
Yes.
And the sangria wore off. And we're like, this random guy. But then we looked at his, like, he was not random. He was a legit,
and it was a legit place.
Yes.
With very good reviews. I don't know.
We did all the research. We still didn't.
Well, I have a friend that says you always have to leave something for the next trip.
Oh, that's so true. That's such a good way to put it. So yeah, that first night, it was the first time we got to eat the food too. So it was like my first experience to the Spanish food.
Yeah.
We ate all the local cuisines. I mean, we continued to. I had so many potatoes bravas.
Patatas bravas.
Potatoes bravas. Like, I had so many by the end that I was like, I can't have any more.
In Barcelona, we were like, I need a vegetable.
I need a salad. By the end, I was like, I can't eat any more potatoes bravas.
Oh my God, yeah.
But the food was so good. It was like, that was such a great night. But us walking down, like, it was all the little moments, like walking down the alley after the fish restaurant.
And doing remember we were doing
the crazy dance down the alleyway. And the fact that we went to a fish restaurant and then Kendall told us that she doesn't eat fish.
Oh my God, yes. I was panicking because I was like, okay, but then what can you eat? What can you eat? And I didn't know. Honestly,
we all were
helpless.
Like, Kendall, you have to let us know. Like, we wouldn't have come here. Even the one where we got the gelato was so hot. And we were in that other cobblestone place.
Salvador Dali. Where the Dali
house. The museum. We went to the museum house. That was just so picturesque. Like, I remember that's when, like, every picture we took could not be a bad picture.
And we were all rocking our outfits. We were very cute that day.
We all got dressed. We're like, Salvador Dali, here we come.
Here we go.
Yes. So, I mean, there's so many memories, but, like, the simple ones of, like, the first night and the last day.
When we rented the boat.
I forgot.
So we rented the boat, and it was like, obviously we did it last minute, so we weren't able to like charter something to spend the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so we're gonna rent a boat, and then this in Spanish we say un dinghy, like it's like a little boat. Little boat.
It wasn't that little, but it was very bare bones.
It was very exactly okay. That's a good way to put it.
It was a good size boat.
It was like the ones in the movies where you see
just
them
a row.
from The Notebook, like you know where they go, like in the thing.
There was nothing in that boat.
Exactly, but
was just
the
a
very
floating-
hot captain.
It was a very hot captain.
He was very hot.
Yes, he
And
was.
nice.
So nice.
Yeah, but I remember that we did.
How
it
did
ended
we
up being
not
private.
like wingman you and get you a date with him? Why didn't that happen?
I don't know.
Were we just girl tripping it too much?
I think so.
Because you said he was hot then, and we did nothing
Yeah.
to help facilitate that.
yeah, and we talked for a while.
You talked to him
Like-
for a while. I'm very upset. I'm very disappointed at us right now.
No, don't be.
It's okay. I mean, listen, I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna do better. Okay.
Okay,
But
yes,
so
please.
that was the part you loved. I just realized I was back
no,
here
but
the
that's
entire
not
time.
the part I loved. The
was
part
the
I loved is when we got our goggles on.
It was so good.
And then we started doing the videos and we all looked ridiculous. Like, and the water was gorgeous. The place was gorgeous. And all like this. And the wet hair, like we looked like wet rats.
Well, when you put like the goggles on and
Yeah,
you swim, like
exactly.
the hair's like this and the goggles like this, and you're like,
We were just a wet rat. Like,
but it was so much fun and the water was so beautiful
And
and,
we-
the temperature was perfect.
yes. And we started like, do you want to play mermaids with me?
Yes.
It was so funny.
How did I kind of like forget?
Because it's like
That little part
it's
of
those
it.
moments. Like I'm sure that
I have
like
so many pictures
I'm
and
sure
videos.
we have so many. Yeah, which hopefully you didn't delete.
I just had to delete a bunch of stuff off the phone to make, which I should check real quick. Before you talk about that, I love the whole trip was amazing. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for planning it. Because,
no, of course.
but it was like we all bonded even deeper during that trip, you know?
And honestly, it felt like because you guys got to meet my cousin, who's a
Yeah.
very important person in my life.
Yep.
Even though like I'm from Venezuela, but obviously like I grew up very like European influence, and I have so many people in Europe that I go every day to Italy and to Spain every day, no, every year. That it felt kind of like sharing a little bit of me outside of LA,
Yeah.
right? Like I feel like giving you guys a tour. Hopefully, one day you guys can go to Venezuela and I can give you an actual like tour of.
I'm putting
where
it out there. It's
from.
gonna happen.
Yeah. But you know, like it just felt very homey to
Yeah.
have you guys and to bring you along. Because I was also like I'm not from Spain, and it was the first time that I was doing that route. But because all of my friends have given me like
Yeah.
the tips and the what to do and not to do, where to go, it felt like okay, like home territory, maybe some.
I was going to say, you also just like for us three Americans, you took the initiative. You're like, because we all were like, Valentina, what do we do? Where do we go? What do they say? What is he saying? How do we talk to everybody? Like you were 100% like we would not have survived without you. Let's be honest.
my god,
You know it's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
No, you know it's
it
true.
would've been.
No, it was great that you could tell how proud you were to combine kind of your Venezuelan friend who lived there. Cousin? She was a cousin?
My cousin.
Yeah, she was
Ale, yeah.
your cousin who lived there, which we got to meet. And then also because you knew the language and you kind of were like, I have friends here and I've gotten recommendations. This is what we should do.
Yeah.
It was just so special. And I
It
just wanted
was-
to say thank
it
you for
was
that.
Awesome, of course.
Yeah.
Because when we met,
Yes.
we bonded about being we bonded
Over?
over. Thank you.
Yeah. What did we bond over?
We bonded over being type A people. Yeah. And that trip, we were not like we had everything organized, but we also went with the flow. Like we didn't have at 8 a.m. we need to be in this restaurant and this, that, and this. Like
I mean, we missed the Familia
the Sagrada Familia tour.
all because of my fault. Like
Taco Bell.
100% my fault. I mean, it was my fault.
They need
And
to sponsor you.
they need to sponsor me. Taco Bell, I missed
Sagrada Familia.
that for you.
Yes.
Literally
But
4 tickets of money
yes.
wasted
Oh my God.
because I had to stop at Taco Bell.
Yeah. But it's fine. Something to
I
visit
don't know
the
if
next
it's fine,
time.
but
Something to visit the next time.
It's true, but I tried to visit it twice while I was there and missed both times.
Maybe you just had to. They just finished another area, so maybe you just needed to wait.
I'm just
for
waiting
that
for
one.
the whole reconstruction to be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's my actual tactic.
You see, not so type A.
But I think that was the beauty of it. Like I wish I wonder how if I would have been like that if it was the beginning of the trip. Like Spain was my last stop after being gone for basically 3 months, 2 or 3 months. And so I think I also was like, Valentina,
Just
yes.
Jesus take the wheel.
Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah.
Someone tell me what to do, where to be, what to eat, what to say, what to wear. I'll do it. Oh my God, and that night we went to the club too. Oh my God, we had so many good memories. Do you
The
remember that?
Italian guys that we met.
But like empty club,
Yes.
and besides two Italian dudes.
And yeah, I remember that we were dancing and I was like, this is my worst nightmare.
Why?
I don't know. Something about like being the only one in a dance like floor. I was like, I feel
There was
very
no one
seen.
around.
No, everybody was like, exactly. I guess. I don't know.
But that's like a fear.
Then I let go and I was like, okay, fuck it. Nobody's gonna see us. And then we danced, and it was such a nice thing.
It was so nice to be free and dance and let go. So yeah, I know. I do think it was funny. I do tend to bond over people that I immediately, I notice they're super organized. I'm like, are you a Virgo? It's like probably what I said to you at some point when you were talking.
Maybe. I think, yeah, we did talk about, no, I think you asked about my birthday and then said I was an Aries.
And then I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But I know nothing about horoscopes. I'm not
Me too.
but I just know that
I have a theory that you can say anything about a horoscope and say like, makes sense.
Self-fulfilled prophecy to some extent.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you say you're this and then I know there's a lot of, but I always find like if someone's organized, I'm like, are you a Virgo?
My best friend's a Virgo, so maybe that's why we get along.
It probably, there must be some correlation between all
Exactly,
that.
which is, you see, people say things like that, like, well, my best friend's a Virgo, so that's why you and I get along. Do you think I have an idea of like the compatibility between the signs? No.
But I like it. Whatever
Yeah.
it is, I like it. But yeah, I remember that was kind of one of our things. And I remember it was because we were type A, kind of organizational. I think also that comes with age is you kind of start letting go and stop controlling it. And when you do, you have way more fun. And that trip was, we planned ahead of time. We organized, you mainly.
Yeah.
And basically, I just said yes to every text. What about this? Yes. Danielle, we want yes. If I had to choose something, I was like, meeny, miny, mo. That. Like,
Yes.
I took a very
It
different
was very
approach. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And we did let go and we went with the flow. We were like water, as I've been taught with
Exactly.
directing. Be like water.
Which means like flow.
Go with the flow.
Oh.
Yeah, just go with the flow. Be like water. So you now have your dream job. You went to the college that was one of your top 10 on your
Yeah,
Post-it
which is
stamp.
wild.
Have such an amazing core group of family, friends all over the world. Your family and you are still close. Your parents are still together. You and your sister still love each other dearly, even though you have little moments. You're going through therapy and learning how to set boundaries and heal your trauma. You've kind of figured out life. What's next?
That is a big statement. But you really summarized 3 hours of conversation into like 15 seconds. Somebody give this woman a podcast.
You said it.
There you go.
What's next? What does your future look like? What are your hopes and dreams?
Wow.
Because you have so much life left.
Yeah. I think slowing down. Honestly, I think slowing down because for 30 years, like I've had so much going on. And then I'm always like, okay, what's next? One of my mentors, I always tell her like, okay, I want to do this. And she's like, you want to do that in 10 years? That's great. Enjoy the now. Like, what are you learning every day? Like, what are you doing every day? Like, just slow down. I think that's what I need. I need to like slow down and I need to enjoy the little things in every time. Because I like in this trip, like these things, like sometimes you are experiencing life and then it's when you come back and you're like, oh, that was so fun, or oh, that was amazing. Now I want to live more like in the present. Like I am very aware that I'm here and that I'm sharing an amazing conversation with you and I was nervous, now I'm not. Like, and it's like it's like great. And so I want to cherish those present moments. That's what's next for me.
That's a beautiful, simple way of saying what you want. Like you're not setting a goal. You're not saying I want this, some materialistic thing, some award, something. You're just saying I just want to be more present.
Yeah.
This has been such an amazing conversation. I've loved every second of it. And now we get to eat.
I forgot that we have food.
Yeah, we have food.
Oh my God.
I also before I grab the food and bring in the amazing Venezuelan food that you picked and chose and we got. Is there advice you'd want to give to anyone out there, to your younger self maybe, that could resonate with someone else that's going through any sort of situation in life that might be similar to yours?
There's one phrase that lives with me every day. It's kind of not cheesy because it's very deep, but as I was going through life and all of this, like every time I felt like there was another obstacle and I needed to reach through another ceiling and reach through another thing, somebody once told me, and I don't remember, or I read it somewhere, a phrase that said, "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon."
I love that.
To this day, it's something that I'm like, every obstacle, it's not that I think about it every day, but I feel like it has been ingrained in my like philosophy of being a person, that you know how many people told me that I couldn't, I don't know, be a project manager for this massive project, or how many people told me that I wouldn't be able to go to a top 10 university because I moved here when I was 16, that was not possible. That may, you know.
I swear I'm not dying.
Yeah.
But if I am, I could end with this conversation and be a happy woman.
I feel so privileged.
I could die a happy woman right now.
Oh my God.
Keep going. But the amount of people that told you couldn't do it, which we didn't really talk about. We didn't talk about the amount of people that really told you couldn't do something. We really talked about all the people that told you could.
Because I think there was never a villain in my story, let's say, of somebody that told me like, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like people like you don't. It wasn't personal. It wasn't about Valentina not being able to do something. People that don't do Cambridge or AP classes since freshman year don't go to universities. People that don't have money cannot afford that university. People that don't. And then I was just looped into that one. Now it's more people your age don't blank.
Got it.
I face it at work every time. Thankfully, I'm surrounded by people that like respect me and admire my curiosity, because I sit in rooms where it's like, I have no business being here. But then, not anymore. Like, that's what I used to think. You were about to correct me. You were like, girl.
I was like, don't you talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
Exactly. But now I sit in those rooms and I'm like, I'm not naive to say like I know everything and that's why I'm in this room. I think it's just I'm curious and curious enough to say it out loud.
Yeah.
That I get that. So it's like it's that. It's like, don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon. Like, the fact that not a lot of people accomplish that doesn't mean that I'm not.
Doesn't mean that I can't.
Yeah.
That's a really beautiful. I didn't think it was cheesy at all. And I like cheesy, so give me all the cheese.
Yeah. Give me all the cheese.
Speaking of the cheese we're about to have.
I'm starving.
Okay, I'm gonna pause these. I'm gonna get the food, and we're gonna eat some food, and we're going to do the rapid round of if you are sweet or savory.
Ooh.
I'm so excited to eat. I'm so hungry.
We haven't eaten all day.
I'm so hungry. Okay, Valentina.
All right.
As we know, if you've listened to this podcast, you are Venezuelan.
Yes.
And this is
Venezuelan food.
Can you please walk us through? I'll start cutting things. Everything is
Okay.
very hot. We just reheated in the oven. I already
Burned
my finger.
Yeah. So we have empanada, which, I mean, a lot of people know the Argentinian empanadas that are baked, but in Venezuela and in the Caribbean countries, you have fried empanadas,
Oh.
which are delicious. It's made with corn flour, and then you have a cornmeal, and then you have a filling of whatever it is that you want. Today we have pollo mechado, which is like shredded chicken, like some sort of like chicken stew, if you can call it.
Yeah.
Yes, with cheese, queso blanco. And then we have tajadas with queso blanco, which is just like sweet plantain that's made in the oven. And then you stick it in the empanada with cheese. We have tostones. Oh, no, that one is a tequeño. Tequeño? Yeah, it is hot. Tequeño, it's like this sweet and actually, it's a sweet and savory dough. Yes, it's a little bit on the sweet side. White cheese that is, the dough is rolled around it.
It's very fitting for this
Very
podcast.
fitting.
But also, this seems like it's funny when you eat foods and you go, "What's the equivalent in other countries?" And this feels like
I
a
know what you're gonna
mozzarella
say.
stick.
Yes. I was trying so hard not to call it that because like people are like, everybody's like, oh, so it's like a mozzarella stick. And all of us Venezuelans are like, it's not a mozzarella stick.
It doesn't look like a mozzarella stick.
But I mean, yes, it's, yes.
Yes.
It's cheese in dough. And sometimes it's fried. So I guess. What you're cutting now, it's like a chapa, which is made with corn. Like, it's actually like you put corn in the blender and some other stuff, and it's just very corn forward.
You must take these things and put them on your plate.
Yo, yeah, that's true. I was like, just seeing you do anything. But anyway, and then it's peeled, like packed with cheese. So you do it like a little pancake. It's a corn pancake.
Yes.
Sweet. It's very on the sweet side, the corn itself, because
okay.
it's with sweet corn and then the cheese. So
Is sweet corn like corn with sugar added in, or is it actually
it's like
grown?
the sweet corn. Like
it's sweet corn.
It's, you know how you have sometimes you have like corn and it's very sweet, like when you do it in the grill.
Like sweet
but then
corn?
sometimes like sweet corn. Yeah. So no, it's that. Like actually, like Venezuelan food doesn't have a lot of additives. Like in terms of, I mean, I think any country outside of the U.S. doesn't have much
I know. I've talked about that for
additive.
years, though. It's one of our
Yeah.
things.
But it's freaking delicious. And then we had an arepa, which we haven't cut, which is called, this one you
I'm
love.
letting you cut the arepa. So
think
these,
that's
did
gonna
you
be
talk
very
about the
hard.
plantains
The
too?
tostones. The tostones are plantain that is unripe. So it's like a green plantain.
What's the flavor difference?
So it's less sweet. So it's more savory.
Oh,
Actually, oh my God. I didn't even.
like if
Yeah.
Venezuelan food is very sweet
It's
and savory.
very fitting for this podcast. No, so they get the green plantain, you cut it, and then you fry it, you smash it, and then you refry it.
Okay.
So it's very delicious. You put it on salt, and then some people put like we have something called a patacon, which is like you make a sandwich with the tostones.
Sounds amazing. What do you normally put in the middle?
Anything.
Cheese.
You
Based
can make
on
it.
what I'm noticing from Venezuelan cuisine,
Yes, it's
cheese.
a lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
Are
But you can put whatever you want.
Are there a lot of cows in Venezuela? Do you guys do a lot of
We have a
farming?
yeah, we do have, because we have the Andes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's the plains. If you translate to English, it's El Llano Venezolano,
Okay.
which is like we have a lot of like ranches. And
Okay.
It's very like it's like a plain, so there's a lot of agriculture in Venezuela.
Okay.
Or
It seems like usually like to have this much, because you guys obviously cherish cheese.
we have a lot of cheeses. Like we have different types of cheeses in Venezuela that we make. We have queso paisa, queso parmisulia, queso guayanés, queso rallado. Like it's like I know exactly. I just
love it. I love it.
cheeses in Venezuela are so delicious.
I
That's
love
one
it.
of the things that I miss the most, because obviously you don't get that here.
You don't. You can find things here, but you have to. And LA is one of those. Here, take the food. Take the food. You can find things here, but you have to. LA is one of those places, or New York is one of those places where you can really. You don't have to cut more. It's all
No, is
yours.
that I'm gonna get full.
It's okay. You don't have to. No, take
No.
it. Take it.
Why? Is
You
it
don't have
for-
to eat the whole thing.
Okay, just taking.
I'm not pressuring you. I'm just like,
Mhm.
I cut everything in half already. The only thing you have to cut in half is the.
Well, my girl, like I cannot eat all of this.
No. I'm not saying you have to eat it all. Trust me, I'll eat it. What you don't
Okay.
eat on your plate, I'll
Okay,
eat.
I'll just put it and then we'll keep
Here,
talking.
there you go.
Yada.
The arepas.
Wait, hold on. I didn't talk about the sauces. So the sauces we have wasacaca, which is a combination between like
Saying all these words.
I know.
Wasasaka.
it's like chimichurri and guacamole, something, but very Venezuelan. So it's like
Okay.
very vinegary forward.
Mhm.
It's married with maybe parsley or cilantro. No, parsley. It's delicious. It's like we use whenever you don't eat beef, but like when we have like steak, like a parrilla, like a barbecue.
Yeah.
You just put the wasacaca in the steak. Oh,
But it
so
smells
good.
a little spicy.
It shouldn't be spicy. Just put your pinky and try it. No, it's not spicy. You know, you and I also, we share that. We don't like spicy food.
No, well, that's what. Remember when we first met, I was naive enough to go like, "Oh, you're Venezuelan, you can do spice."
Yeah.
Because every person I know that's Mexican can do spice so well.
But I'll be
and you're
honest.
like, Venezuelans don't do spice.
So, yeah, I might get actually like,
You do. You get.
yeah.
You're like,
because some Venezuelans do.
Okay.
Yeah, because I talked to my dad and I was like, Dad, I don't like spicy. Like nobody does in Venezuela. We don't eat spicy. And he's like, yes, we do. It's just obviously like in Mexico, you have like the peppers. Like they have so many peppers. So many things. Like, yeah, it's a part of their culture. Like in Venezuela, it's like more like this is the type of food. It's not very spice forward.
Yeah.
Like as in spicing level of hot.
Yeah.
But we do have spices. We have like certain spices from the different regions. This one for sure. This look, whenever I see red, I'm like, this is probably spicy.
That's what scares me, but that's why I check everything.
Ooh, that one's a little, it has a kick.
This smells exactly like what you said it was, which I'll let you tell people what it is.
Ooh, that one has a kick.
Yeah, I won't be having that one.
No. And this is just salsa rosada. This is ketchup and mayo.
It smells like ketchup and mayo. Cut the arepas.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get.
Do we need to cut the arepa now?
Yeah, cut it. Put it on the plate. Look at me. I'm like yelling at you. It shouldn't
Well,
be
you
still.
called me mother several times in this podcast.
I did not call you mother. I
The
called the
edit-
cough that
the
was happening,
edit-
mother.
I'm kidding. Oh, no.
Are you ready for the fast round?
No. But sure. Can we say how proud I am? I've not said like any bad idioms here. Okay, do you want to try the juice first?
I do. And so
Oh, so this is jugo de parchita, which is passion fruit. Chin chin.
to an amazing
Oh
conversation.
my God, yeah, I feel like we've been here for hours, but it hasn't felt like hours.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I feel like we've been here for hours. I'm like, we have.
Yeah, but it's like we've talked so much, but it feels so fast.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
Yeah.
Why? But you said you don't like passion fruit.
I
That
don't
is
like passion fruit, but there's something about this. And like when you're at the beach, if you put a little bit of vodka or white rum, over
I love it, like-
ice,
you're like, I don't drink beer, but I drink hard alcohol.
I drink hard alcohol. Well, Venezuela is rum. We're
I
known
was
for
gonna
our
say.
rum, so
Rum, I love the taste of it, but it's so sweet. It gives me
it's
a
so
headache.
sweet. And honestly, like it makes people aggressive when they're like
Yeah, I could
drunk
see
on
that.
rum.
I could see that.
Not aggressive, but like overly passionate.
Oh yeah, and overly boisterous, basically. Like
Oh, and then I didn't talk about the arepa. But You love this one. I've
love
told
arepa.
it. Yes. No, and you love this one because this is the
chicken with the avocado dressing.
This
Yes.
is the Reina Pepiada, which is the preppy queen. Remember how I told you the story? Yeah. So
I love the preppy queen. I love the preppy queen.
yeah, usually we've had it before when I've made it with like yellow cheese.
Yeah.
Like just Gouda or cheddar. But they did it with a fried cheese. So what they do is like they cut a huge chunk of white cheese,
huge.
queso paisa, and they fry it.
Yeah.
Not even like fry, but like pan fry it.
Yeah.
And then stick it in. Oop, that's what she said.
We're at that point of the conversation
Yeah.
where everything becomes that's what she said. Are you ready for the fast round? I kind of like catching you off guard while you're cutting the arepas.
Okay, great.
The preppy queen. The preppy queen. Are you ready for the
Yes,
fast round?
I am ready.
Now, first and foremost, you're gonna get asked this again. Are you sweet or savory in your opinion?
Well, I don't know what that means.
Well,
I think I'm sweet.
morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Text first or wait to be texted?
Ooh. I want to wait to be texted because that's what people say. Like, oh, you need to keep it interesting. But I don't play games. I text first, or I don't wait for text.
Romance or respect?
What?
Romance or respect?
Shouldn't respect be in romance? That's a good one. Respect. Maybe that's why I'm still single.
That was such a great response. Planned or spontaneous?
Planned or spontaneous? Come on, type A. Come on. Planned. I wish I was spontaneous, but planned.
Comfort food or fine dining?
Comfort food.
Forgive fast or never forget?
Forget fast.
Talk it out or walk it off?
Talk it out.
Soft life or boss life?
Ooh. Boss life.
Beach vacation or city escape?
Beach. There, I don't have to think about it. Have you met me? I don't go anywhere without a tanning oil.
I know.
Like, okay.
Homemade meal or 5-star restaurant?
Homemade meal.
You can cry in private or in public?
Public. I love crying.
Lover girl or independent queen?
Well, say that again.
Lover girl or independent queen?
Independent queen.
Sweet revenge or silent success?
Silent success.
Slow burn or instant spark?
Slow burn.
Stay loyal or match energy?
Or what?
Match energy.
What do you? Oh, I don't know what that means.
It's like you have to interpret it your way.
Oh, okay. Stay loyal or match?
Or match energy.
Stay loyal.
Half glass full or half empty?
Half full.
Chase the dream or chase the bag?
Chase the dream.
Subtle flex or loud win?
Subtle flex. That then ends up being a loud win.
I like that. Intuition or logic?
Intuition.
Be chosen or do the choosing?
At this point in my life, be chosen. I've done a lot of choosing.
Last round. Chocolate or chips?
Chocolate.
Wine or tequila?
Wine.
He plans the date or you plan it?
He plans it.
Apology or changed behavior?
Apology and change behavior?
Yes, of course. In a perfect world.
Yeah, come on. Apology. No, no, this is change behavior.
Soft launch or hard launch?
Hard launch. Be proud.
Prada or Nike?
Prada or Nike? My brain is like, oh my God, Prada, but actually Nike. Like,
I love it so much. Journal your feelings or vent to friends?
vent to friends.
Be adored or be respected?
Respected.
Peace or passion?
Peace. I'm passionate enough.
And you said you were sweet.
Uh-huh.
Sweet or savory? Sweet.
Sweet?
Well, no, I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. That's the
Oh.
last question.
Sour. I'm kidding.
You're definitely sweet.
Yes, yes.
I kind of like, after the first one, I was like, she's 100% sweet. And then you switched up in round 2. And by round 3, I was like, it might be down the line. But no, you are very much sweet. Because a lot of people end up being kind of like down the middle a little bit.
Mm.
But I love that.
Wait, but what's the psychological background of this?
Of this test.
Yeah.
It was made by a renowned psychologist.
a
PhD.
from Johns Hopkins University. That was consulted for this project.
It was a Johns Hopkins.
Yes.
Psychologist that was absolutely consulted. And look at.
Oops.
No, it's good. I actually like it.
Oh, this is kind of like I want to give a toast.
Valentina, this was an amazing conversation.
Oh my God, that's it. We're done.
We're done.
Well, thank you for having me. I do have to say, as a friend, I know we've known each other only for 2 years, but I feel like we've connected like a lot more. I'm so proud of you for doing this. And I think you're going to have a lot of amazing guests that share a lot of amazing like conversations. And you're actually doing it for the right reasons. And I think that's the most important part. And I love you. And I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, Valentina. I really appreciate you saying that, and thank you for coming on.
Of course.
You know I don't do well with the compliments, so I just have to say that.
I know, yeah, me either. So we need to work on that. We got to work on that.
Thank you, Valentina, for coming on and sharing your story. I love you.
I love you too. That was such a cute way to...
Give me some alcohol.